Yeah, good morning. In the today's class, we are learning about data structure, architecture, or database management system, architecture. Then next, we are going for what are the roles and responsibilities of database administrator. The next, we are going for transaction management. Now, the today's class is very important for your university theory exam. For LAQ, very important database management system architecture or database system architecture is very important. Coming to for the 2 marks, the roles and responsibilities of database administrator DBA. DBA we can call as database administrator. Now, if you are going for the architecture of the database architecture or DBMS architecture. Now, if you want to design the architecture for your database or database management system, or we can call as a database server or database center. Now, if you want to design the application may be designed in 2 ways, with the help of 2-tier architecture or with the help of 3-tier architecture. If we are designing the application with the help of 2-tier architecture or 3-tier architecture, coming to the 2-tier architecture, only 2 models will be there. Coming to the 3-tier architecture, we are having as a 3 models will be there. Coming to 2-tier architecture, and the 2-tier architecture, client application will be there, database server will be there. Here the main server will be not there. Main server of the application server will be not there, database server will be there, and the client application will be there. The client application can be designed with the help of any programming language. Maybe we can design with the help of C#, or we can design with the help of Java, or we can design with the help of PHP, or we can design with the help of any programming language. Now, coming to the 2-tier architecture, the 2-tier architecture I said only for the 2 layers will be there. Client application part will be there, database server will be there. Now the client application may be designed with the help of any programming language. With the help of the programming language, we are connecting to the database server. Coming to the 3-tier architecture, this 3-tier architecture we can call as a MVC pattern. Model, view and controller will be there. Coming to the model means the model we can call as a database. The model we can call as a database. Coming to the view we can call as a client side application, means with the help of HTML program or with the help of any web application program, with the help of any markup language when you are developing the client side application. Then coming to here, the controller means the server, means with the help of these 3 types now we are communicating to your database. With the help of view means it is like a presentation layer. The presentation layer we can design with the help of any markup language, or maybe the dynamic applications, dynamic static page we can design with the help of HTML or JavaScript. Now when you are designing with the help of HTML markup language or the scripting language, when you are designing with the help of view or presentation layer, the view and presentation layer we are calling as a client side application. With the help of the view, now we are communicating to the controller, we needed the server. The server only we are calling as the application part. For communicating with the help of the client, if you want to communicate to your database server or database center, then here for application server, the application server, and if you want to design the application server, the backend also we should use any programming language. With the help of the programming language only we can communicate to the server, application server. Under the application server, so many servers will be there. Tomcat servers will be there. WebLogic, so many servers will be there in the market. Now if you are designing as a Java application project, then we are going for Apache Tomcat server. With the help of the Apache Tomcat server, when you are giving the request from the client to the server, with the help of the XML, it is giving the request to the server under the web container. Under the web container, it is reading your What are the based on the request, it is performing the action under the web container. After performing, then it is communicating to database server. This we can call as a three-tier architecture. If you want to see the three-tier architecture, this is a three-tier architecture. Coming to the two-tier architecture, what will be there? Two-tier architecture, user will be there. The user may be writing the program, application program. With the help of the network, they are connecting to database server. This is the two-tier architecture. Coming to three-tier architecture, we are having client-side application will be there. Client-side application. This is a client-side application. Server-side application, just now I said as, if you are writing as a Java application, with the help of the Java application, if you want to communicate to web container or application server, under the so many application servers will be there in the market. Just we are going for the Tomcat server. With the help of application server, now we are connecting to database server. Then this we can call as a three-tier architecture. Now based on the architecture, now we are going for database architecture. Now this is a database architecture diagram. Before going to database architecture diagram, the architecture of database system greatly influenced by the underlying the computer systems here. Database systems can be centralized. Means, for example, if we are talking means in the 5 to 6 years back, maybe the database centers will be there in city, in Hyderabad. Previous the database centers will be not there. The database centers may be there somewhere, maybe the USA or somewhere, maybe the Germany or somewhere, different locations will be there. At the time of we are designing the application, maybe when the server will be the particular one location will be there. Suppose maybe I am working as a software company, maybe I am working as a Capgemini, under the Capgemini I am working as a software employee. Now, same the Capgemini companies is available in different locations. For example, in India only in New Delhi will be there, Bangalore will be there, Hyderabad will be there, in Chennai will be there. Mean 3 different locations will be there. In the 3 different locations, maybe the team leader is giving the module for 4 different locations of the, maybe the module 1 is given as a Bangalore for Capgemini, module 2 is given for the Hyderabad, module 3 is given for the Chennai, module 4 is given for the Delhi. Now they want to complete the project within the 15 days or 1 month. Maybe it is a big project. Means they are segmenting the project. Means we are having only one common database center will be that is placed under the centralized. Means if we are sitting in different locations also, we can access the database. Database systems can be centralized or client server where one server mission is execute the work on the behalf of multiple client missions here. Database systems can also be designed to explore the parallel computer architecture. Actually, this database purpose, the main purpose for the distributed databases for the multiple geographical separate missions will be there. Most of the users of the database systems today are not present at the site of the database systems, but they are connecting it through the network. Means, with the help of the network only they are connecting to the database servers or database centers. Maybe for your understanding purpose, maybe in the labs if you are doing as, maybe you are not going for the parallelly, maybe we are not parallelly connecting to the database server centers. Maybe in the single PC only we are installing the Oracle database server. The Oracle database server software we are installing in a single PC. In this PC only we are installing the application server software. In this PC only we are installing the client-side application software. In the single PC only we are installing the all software. Now, if you are working under the software company, maybe the servers, maybe the application servers, maybe the different part will be there. Database servers will be the different. Maybe these will be there placed under the centralized. Means if you want to connect, means we can connect with the help of network. Now coming to the database architecture, under the database architecture, maybe it is categorized as 3 types will be there. First part we can call as a user or client application. This is the first part. Navy user and application program and sophisticated users or analysts will be there. This will come under the database user or user. Client part will be the database administrator. Database administrator will come under the client part only. The next we are going for the query processing. Query processing means when you are writing the command will be executed under this process only. Next, we are having as a storage manager. The final we are having as a disk storage. Under the database architecture, it is categorized as three types: database users, query processing, and storage manager. And disk storage will be there. Under the database users, it is categorized as four types. Now, under the first part, we are having as a Navy user. This Navy user we can call as a web user. Web user. For example, when you are opening the Google page, the Google page we are opening with the help of browser, with the help of the any web browser. In the market, so many web browsers will be there. Chrome will be there, Opera will be there, Mozilla will be there, IE will be there, Internet Explorer will be there. With the help of the web browser only, we are communicating to the application server and database servers. Means that will come under the web user. Application programming. Application programming, just now I said, for communicating to application server and database server, we should write the programming part. Then we are having the sophisticated user, or we can call as an analyst. At the time of your designing the database analyst will be there. The database analyst will be there. Based on the database analyst, maybe we will give the suggestions for the DBA, database administrator. DBA, database administrator. Database administrator means is a major roles and responsibility of the database server. How the server it is working? At the time of designing the application, the programmer, when he written the application part based on the application, when he was sending the request to the database server, under the server, maybe under server command prompt, what are the errors getting? Based on that errors, he will inform to the programmer. Just with the help of these database users, here we are having as a application interface. Application interface and application program will be there. Then query tools will be there. Here the query tools means DBMS tools will be there. Administrator tools. What are the administrators will be tool means? For data manipulation purpose, maybe for database DBA, the major purpose of the DBA for creating purpose, for database schema designing purpose, then giving the permissions, giving the authentications to the user, then so many things will be there under the DBA we will learn. Then under the query processing system, majorly we are having these are the components. What are the components will be there? For example, under the query processing system, suppose if you are written as a simple application, maybe your understanding purpose already you learn in the C programming or data structures in the third semester. Maybe when you are writing the programming application, that programming application compulsory we needed the compiler. For C and C++, we are having as a compiler and linker will be there. With the help of the compiler, it will check your source code is correct or wrong. Means with the help of the compiler, it will check. If no errors will be there means it will go for it will compile and it will generate the execute file according to the C programming. According to the Java programming, under the Java also we are having as a Java compiler will be there. The Java compiler, it will read entire the source code within the seconds. Actually under the Java compiler we are having as a JIT compiler will be there, just in time. Within the nanoseconds, the entire the source code will be read. Based on the source code, any errors will be there under the command prompt, it will generate the errors. Now, after generating under the source code no errors will be there means it will generate as the object file according to your Java programming language. Now this object code after generating the object code, see here, application programming object code. For example, if you design the Java, with the help of the Java program, you design the application. Now we are compiling. At the time of the compiling, no errors will be there in the source code. Then it is generating as the object code. This object code will be read by the JVM, Java Virtual Machine. Your Java Virtual Machine JVM can understand only for object code. Means under the JVM, loader will be there. loader will be there. At the time of it is loading, it will load under the object code. After generating the object code, then it will go for the query evaluation engine. Means inside your Java programming language also we are using commands, SQL commands, structure query language commands we are using. Under the SQL we are having as a 14 commands will be there. What are the 14 commands we are using under the programming language? The query engine will be execute. Then here we are having as a DML queries will be data manipulation, DDL interpreter will be there, DML compiler and organization will be there. Data manipulation means insert, update, delete. This will perform with the help of the DML compiler will be the DML compiler. Based on that your DML commands it will compile. Means we are not doing manually. At the time of we are installing the Oracle, the backend they design the application with the help of C and C++ only. We are not writing the any application part, or we are not writing the any program. When you are writing the command prompt under SQL command prompt, when you are typing the commands, your Oracle optimizer or Oracle compiler will be automatically based on your commands or syntax or the query, it will process or it will check it. After checking, then based on when you're giving as a semicolon or the forward slash, the query will be executed with the help of query execution engine or query evaluation engine. Means here maybe after completing the first unit, maybe I want to show the practical scenarios what we learn in the first unit. Under the query process, these are the components will be there. Coming to the storage managers. In the meaning only will be this where we are storing. Under the storage manager, we are having again it is categorized of 4 components will be there. Buffer management, file management, and authorization, and the integrity manager will be there. Transaction management will be there. Under the storage manager, it is categorized of 4 types. Means if you want to store, means we can store under the buffer, or if you want to store under the file, or if you want to store, means based on that we are not storing. Means at the time of the evaluation engine, a query evaluation engine, it will store under the file or buffer or authorization and the transaction. Means we are not storing. Means at the time of the database administrator, based on the privileges, based on that it will automatically will be stored. We are not giving any storage manager. Now coming to the disk storage, will be under disk storage also we are having as a data, indices, data dictionary and statistics data. This is a database architecture will be there. Now if you want to go for previously before going to data structure, I explained about the database. If you want to design the application for your database architecture, the application maybe we are designing with the help of the 2-tier or 3-tier I said here. The application if you want to communicate to your database server, we are using the ODBC, JDBC will be there. Actually, they implemented the JDBC, Java Database Connectivity. With the help of the Java programming language, if you want to connect to the Oracle database server, we are having as a JDBC will be there, Java Database Connectivity. Means the Java programming purpose they implemented this JDBC. Under the JDBC, we are having different types of drivers will be there. 4 types of drivers will be there. Type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4 will be there. Among the 4 drivers, we are choosing only the type 1 is a pure driver will be there. We can call as a thin driver will be there. In the type 1, type 2, type 3, we are having the drawback. In the type 4 is a pure Java driver will be there. We are using as a type 4 driver. I said as a 3-tier architecture, the 3-tier architecture, we are having the business layer. I said the business layer, business means here we are calling as a application, business logic means we can call as a module or database, client application program will be there. The application program we can design with the help of the client side and the server side both. Now coming to database user and administrator. Just now I said under the database architecture, we are having as a database users will be there. These are the categorized as the 4 types database users. Now the primary goal of the database system is to retrieve the information from the store new information in the database. Actually, for the database users and the database administrator DBA, the main uses of the database users retrieving the information from the database server and storing the information in the database. Now it is categorized as I said as a four types. Four different types of the database users will be there. Navy user, here Navy user, application user, and sophisticated user are analyst, data analyst, database administrator. Four types of, it is categorized of four types will be there. Coming to the Navy users are unsophisticated users who interact with the systems by invoking the one of the application program that may be written previously. What I said I. Just now when you are opening the Google page, for the Google page, page we are opening with the help of web browser. Already they designed the application. Now coming to example, if you want to know the example for Navy user, consider a student who are during the class registration period wishes to register a class by using the web interface, such as the user connect to the web application program run at the web server. Means the user connect to the web application. Web application means coming under the web application here with the help of the client side applications. Now we are communicating to the web container. The web container we are designing with the help of web application. That web application also we are writing the application programming part. The application programming part we are writing with the help of any programming language. With the help of that application programming, then we are connecting to database server. Now if you want to go for student registration, same scenario will be there. Coming to the application programmer. Application programmer are computers professional. Means these application programmers means, the meaning for the application programming means, suppose if you want to develop the any application, simple application if you want to develop means, based on that scenario we are writing the application. For example, I want to write the one simple application programming about the chairs. Means for the chair maybe having has a 4 legs. Then for designing the chair, maybe what we needed, what are the requirement we needed, maybe the wood, or maybe the, if you want to write this simple application, this will come under the application programming. Sophisticated users interact with the systems without writing the program. Means sophisticated users just now as a database analyst. Database analyst means they will not write the any application programming. Means based on the requirement of the client, then the database analyst what we will do means he will design the database. Same scenario will be there. Means analyst who submit the queries to explore the data in the database falls in the category. Means based on that he will not write the any application programming. Database analyst will not write. Just he will give the suggestions to the DBA and the programming, application programming. Specialized users will be there. The specialized users are sophisticated users who are write the specialized database application, do not fit into the traditional data processing framework. Specialized users means based on the request they will design the application for the backend of the database. Among these application, computer aided system, CADDS, systems that store the data in complex data, for example graphics data and audio data. If you want to store at the time, they will use the specialized users will be there. Now here in this very important for database administrator. Database administrator, DBA we can call as, very important for your university exam. Roles and responsibilities of DBA, database administrator. DBA means one of the main reasons for using the DBMS as a central control of both the data and the program. Database administrator, the major role, he will control the data, he will control the centralized, and he will manage the application program also. A person who has such as a central control over the system he can call as a DBA. A person who has such central control over the system, means under his responsibility, if you want to running the server, then we can call as a DBA, database administrator. What are the functionals and roles and responsibilities of database administrator? Here it is categorized, the maximum 5 types will be there. Schema definition, storage structure and schema and physical organization modification, granting and authorizing of the data access, remote maintenance. The 5 categories under the database administrators will be the roles and responsibilities of DBA. Schema definition. Schema definition means if you want to design the database, means if you want to design the structure of your database, we can call as a schema definition. This schema definition we can call as a blueprint of the database. DBA creates the original database schema by executing the set of DDA, data definition statement, in the DDL, data definition language. Schema definition means designing the structure of the database. Storage structure and access the method to definition. Storage structure means at the time of designing the database, how much storage is required for the, for example, I am the private organization employee, I needed the database. Means they will give for the yearly, they will give the they will collect some charges, they will give the space for under the centralized database server. Under the centralized database server, if you want to place some information, then the information can access the anyone. Means if you are not having the own database servers, then maybe the how much memory you required for storing your information. Storage structure and the accessing the method definition. Schema and the physical organization modification. DBA carries out of changes to schema and the physical organization to reflect to changing the needs of organization. They alternate the physical organization to improve and performance. Schema and the physical organization modification. Modification means changes. Based on that, at the time of your designing the structure, maybe if you needed any changes, we can changes with the help of modification to improve your database structure. Next we are going for granting. Granting means here the granting means permission. Means for example, DBA is designing the structure of your database. After designing the structure of your database, DBA is giving the permission only, permission or privileges are granting only for just insert the student data information. Means he was not giving the privileges or he is not giving the permission to updating the student information. Means granting the permissions to the users, actually giving the database administrator. Granting of authorization of the data access. Suppose after inserting the data in the database, if you want to access that information, the DBA will give the privileges to the user. By granting the different types of authorization, database administrator can regulate with the part of database various users can access. Authorization information is kept in the special system, the structure that as a database system is concerned whenever someone attempts to access the data in the system. Means here actually database administrator is giving the privileges to the users if you want to access the information. For example, for granting the authorization to data access, means actually, and if you are going to the bank, maybe 5 years back only you are open the account, under the bank, you are open the bank account, under the bank only where you took the bank loan also for your own purpose or purchasing the car purpose. Means if you are going to the if you are going to the cashier counter, the cashier counter, when you are typing the account number, just you can see only up to some privileges. Means the so and so customer, what is the amount will be there, amount is credited or not credited. You cannot see the entire for the customer maybe having the loan or what are the loans you took. This we can call as a granting the permission to accessing the database. Based on the privileges, we can access the data. For the entire the data, we cannot access. This is Role under the roles and responsibilities will be there under the DBA. If the DBA is given the privileges for accessing the enter the database, okay, means why they are not giving means for security purpose. Routine maintenance. The routine maintenance of database servers. Then these are the 5 roles and responsibilities of database server. Next we are going for data storage and the query processing. Under the data storage, maybe it is categorized of 4 types you learn. Then coming to under the query processing, how your commands will be executed under the database architecture. Now coming to the database system is partitioned into the modules. Just now I said as a 4 parts. It deals with the help of responsibility over all the system. The functional components of the database system can be broadly divided into the storage manager and the query processing component. The major functional component under the database architecture, it is divided into storage structure and the query processing. Under the storage manager component of the database system that provides the interfaces between the low level data storage and the database system and the application. Now based on that application it will go for the query processing. Under the storage structure, the major importance of the database typically to require the large amount of the storage space is required under the storage. Just now I said at the time of your designing the database architecture, based on the requirement of the user, how much storage space is required. Means based on the gigabytes or terabytes of under the storage manager. Storage manager is responsible for the interacting with the file manager. See here, the storage manager is interacting with the help of the file manager. The raw data will be stored under the disk. Means for example, in your computer also, in a laptop also, we are having the disk storage will be there. Means more under the disk storage means we are storing the data under C or D or disk will be there. No, when maybe if you are having the important files will be there, maybe something, if you are having any documents will be there, means we are storing the raw data, we are storing under the disk storage with the help of operating system. Then under the storage management, what are the components will be there means authorization and integrity manager. Authorization means here the permission which tests for the stratification of the integrity constraint. Integrity means it is the quality of the data. Quality of the data will be tested and stratified which is stored under the database. Coming to the transaction management, it ensures the database remains in the consistent state despite the system's failures. Concurrent transaction execution the process without the conflict. Coming to under the transaction management, we will learn the briefly. Transaction management means several operations if you are performing at a time, we can call as a transaction. The best scenario for transaction under the banking sector also they will call as a transaction. The transaction is failure. Under the transaction, several operations will be performed at a time. We will see the briefly in this today's class only how the transaction management will work, what are the properties will be there under the transaction management. Coming to the file manager, under the file manager it will allocate the space of the disk storage and the data structure used to present information stored under the disk. Means with the help of the file manager only we are storing the data under the storage, disk storage. Buffer manager means actually under the Oracle optimizer we are having as a buffer manager will be there. At the time of you are executing the command or query, then it will go for the buffer management. With the help of the buffer management it will process your query, then it will come back. Means at the time of the fetching the data, from the disk storage into the main memory, then it will decide with the help of the cache main memory, the buffer manager is the critical part of the database system. It handles the buffer management means we are not wasting under the system. We are not wasting the under the system under the at the time of the configuration we are having under, maybe we are having as a RAM. No, under the RAM we are having the memory. Means from the RAM memory we are not using. With the help of the buffer manager, at the time of we are fetching the data, it will allocate the buffer memory under the database architecture. Now the storage manager, under the storage manager, it is implemented as a 3 categories. Data files will be there, data dictionaries will be there, index will be there. Data files means it will store the data itself. Data dictionaries means is data about the metadata. It stores the metadata about the structure of the database, particularly for the schema of the database. Data dictionary means it stores about the metadata of the data structure. Data structure means at the time of your designing the schema, it will store under the data dictionaries. Data files, under the data files, it will store the database itself. Coming to the indices means for accessing the fast purpose we are using as a indices. Index, actually indices we can call as an index. For example, best example for if you are taking as an indices means, suppose when you are purchasing the textbook, under textbooks we are having as an index. Under index, in maybe the 5 units or 10 units will be there. Under the unit sub topics will be there. Easily we can identify the which page the content will be the same. Under the database also for accessing purpose, index is very important. Next we are having the final query process component will be there under database architecture. Query processing means, query means I said as a SQL command. Means when you are writing the SQL query we can call as a command. Query means it is executing the under the SQL prompt we can call as a query. Under the DBMS, query means when you are writing the statements under the SQL prompt, at the time of executing we can call as a query. The query processes means when the under the Oracle optimizer, when you have written the query, that query should be the execute with the help of execution engine. Under the query process we are having as a DDL, data definition interpreter will be there, data manipulation compiler will be there, query evaluation engine will be there under the query process. Under the query process, these are the 3 components. If you want to design the schema, we need the DDL. DML means for manipulation purpose. Under the manipulation purpose, we are having the DML compiler will be there. Coming to the engine, execution engine will be there. If you want to execute your query, it will execute under the query engine. The last one we are going for the transaction management. Just now I said transaction means several operations is performing at a time, we can call as a transaction. Now under the transaction it will follow the ACID properties. Atomicity, A means atomicity, C means consistency, I means isolation, D means durability. For example, under the transaction management, for example, I am the person, I want to transfer the amount to my father's account. In my account actually 10,000 rupees will be there. My father account having only the 5,000 rupees will be there. My father is required some amount, he required, he want to purchase some product, maybe he having only the less amount, he given the request to me, just send the amount to my account, just 6,000 rupees. Now observe properly, I am the A1 person, my father is the A2 person, or I am the T1 person, T2 is my father. In the T1 account 10,000 will be there, in T2 account 5,000 will be there. Now from the T1 account I want to transfer the amount to the T2 account 6,000. Means here it is performing the what it is performing? It is performing the update and insert. In the T1 account it is performing the 2 operations. Means it should be update my account. When I am transferring to the amount to my father's account, T2 account, from 10,000 now the balance is only the 4,000, means it should be the update. Again it should be the insert under the T2. Means transaction management means several operations will be performed in the single unit of the time, we can call as a transaction. Now if you want to perform these transactions, then we needed the ACID properties. With the help of the ACID properties, the transaction successfully it is executing in the both the transactions or not. Coming to the atomicity means it should be the only for unique or only the single transaction should be execute. Means for example you are understanding for the atomicity means it should be the unique. For I said T1 and T2 are the two transactions will be there. In the T1 and T2 both at a time should be execute, both at a time should not execute means we can call as a atomicity. See here is one simple example will be there. Several fund transferring from one department account A is debited to the another department account, it is credited. Means A from the A account it is debited, B account it is credited. Both the credit and debit should be the occur or not neither occur. Means both it should be credited and debited or neither occur, then we can call as a atomicity. The fund transfer must be happen entirely, not at all. Entirety or not at all or none requirement is called as a atomicity. Means all it is performing the two sides or it is not performing two sides, we can call as atomicity. In addition, it is essential that the execution of the fund transfers preserves the consistency of database. Yet the consistency means quality of information should be there. In the T1 and T2, A and B account, the quality of information should be there. If the transactions occur means we cannot call as a consistency of database. The value of the sum of the balance A and B must be preserved. This correctness is required, it will call as a consistency. Consistency means in the both transaction 1 and transaction 2 means it is performing the operations successfully, then we can call as a consistency. Inconsistency means it is not perform the operations. It is not perform the operations. Atomicity means it should be performed or it is not performed. Coming to the consistency means the operation should be performed in T1 and T2. For example, if you are taking as T1 account I said as 10,000, T2 account we are having 5,000. From T1 account when it is transferring to T2 means we can call as a consistency. Means the operations is performed under the T1 and T2, then we can call as consistency data. Then coming to the isolation. Isolation means isolation under the transaction management means under the T1 it should perform the operation entire. After performing the operation entire, then it should go to the T2. For example, T1 under T1 account 10,000 rupees will be there. In T2 account 5,000 rupees will be there. T1 is transferring to the T2. Now T1 is transferring the amount is 6,000. Means it should be the deduct the amount. It should be deduct the amount. The balance should be the 4,000. After getting the balance 4,000, then the amount should be transferred to the T1. Then we can call as a isolation. Means in the middle only under the T1 the operation is performed, then it is going to the T2, then we cannot call as a isolation. Isolation means the operations should be the performed under the entire one transaction. After completing, then it should go to the T2, then we can call as a isolation. the same scenarios will be there under the transaction management. Transaction management, it is consist of concurrency, control manager and recovery manager will be there. Recovery manager means if we are getting as a transaction failure, then we are having the recovery management under the transaction management. It can consist concurrency, control, parallelly execution should be there under the transaction management. Thank you. In the next class, we are learning about entity relationship model.